Hey everybody. Well, it's corn season, and that's what we're doing, processing some corn to put up for winter. We got 2 boxes of corn, and this went out into the driveway and shucked and silked it. And so now we're in the process of boiling it. We're going to be cutting it off the cob and vacuum sealing it and freezing it. So right now, what I'm doing is boiling 6 ears at a time. Then as soon as I get them out of the boiling water, I put them in ice water. And
Then I come along,
can we take this out?
yeah, and we transfer them to this.
It's got a real pretty color to it. One more.
Oh,
Okay.
action time.
Yep. I boil them for about 3.5 minutes, and then I take them out. And we're boiling 6 ears at a time.
So, while Tim's doing that, I'm making our freezer bags and writing on them already. So all we gotta do is put the portion in there and seal it up, and then we can call it a day. Well, the middle step is cutting all the kernels off. But anyway, so this is the end step for sure.
Hand me a piece of that corn and I'll show them the
Oh, yeah.
raw. You can see the difference in the raw corn versus the boiled corn as far as the color. The kernels are plumped up and much more vivid.
Yeah. I'll just count with a tally, so we're just going to count them later.
Okay.
When you get a chance, tell them how you got the corn.
We went to a local farm, and each year they make corn available for, there we go, for the local people to buy, local in our area. And this company is a large farm. They supply corn and broccoli to most of the large grocery store chains all up and down the East Coast. So they have a little roadside stand that people can go buy
And their
corn.
children run it.
Yeah, their children run it. Can't do 2 things at one time. And so we saw the sign, and it's been there for a week or so. So yesterday we decided to go and get the corn. And when we pulled in, they were just closing the roadside stand, so they didn't have any more corn. So the lady called her husband, who is one of the owners of the local farm, that big corporate farm, and he said he had a couple of boxes and I could go to the plant and get it. So I went over to the plant, and between me getting there and the lady calling, they sold those boxes. So the lady asked me if I was local, and I said, well, I came from about 35 miles. And so she says to the other guy, I'll be back in a minute. So she says, do you want some fresh corn? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, we'll go get some of the freshest corn you'll ever get. So she says, follow me. So she gets in her truck and I follow her to a cornfield. And they're just harvesting the corn. And so we pull in there and she tells the guy, says, asks me, how many cases of corn do you want? And I said, well, I'd like to have 3 boxes. So she gets the guy to get 3 boxes off the truck and put them in the back of our truck. And these boxes of corn had just been harvested. And she said, you won't get any fresher than that. And she's right. And so I really appreciate that. And I found out that she is a co-owner of the company. So she took time out of her day and had me follow her to one of their cornfields and get 3 boxes of corn. So I thought that was extremely, extremely nice. Mm-hmm. And
she said we could come back and tour sometime.
I asked her, I said, can I come back? Can me and Christy come back and tour the plant sometimes? And she said, sure. And I said, do I need to call and make an appointment? And I said, I'll wait till all this harvest is settled down. And she said, no, just show up. And she'd take me on a tour. So she was an extreme, everybody that we've dealt with in this company is extremely, extremely nice. And really appreciate them being in the area. And they were, I mean, it's a big, big company. They had like 5 or 6 tractor trailers backing in to load and 5 or 6 more waiting. So they haul them all up and down. That produce, they haul it all up and down to these roads.
Boy, it smells good in here.
Yeah, it does.
10 seconds.
The name of the big corporate farm is Smith Farms. And like I said, they are absolutely wonderful people.
Did she tell you how many generations they had done that?
She and her cousin own it now, and they are the 6th generation of the Smiths that run this farm.
And that little farm stand, what they did, and I thought it was kind of precious, their kids go out into the field and pick stuff, and then they go to this little farm stand and they sell it for uniforms for the little soccer team and stuff. And so it was really cute that the kids go pick it and stuff. And they had lettuce was the only thing they had when we got there, hoping to buy corn. They had a huge box of lettuce, romaine lettuce. And she said, well, you wouldn't want some of this lettuce, would you? And I was like, sure, we can buy some lettuce. That's okay. And she goes, no, I was going to throw it away. She said, our farm stand, this is the last day our farm stand's going to be open. I was just going to have to throw it away. And so we took a box of lettuce. Huge, huge, huge. And so we took it to our friend's house, and they got 3 or 4 heads of the romaine, or bunches, however you call it. And then they kept some back for some other people. And then we came home and we got plenty for us, and we still had probably, 12 heads of that stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe more. So anyway, so we took it next door. The lady has chickens and rabbits and goats and horses. So I took it over there and I asked her if any of her animals would like to eat it, because it's just going to go bad. We can't, so she kept some for herself for salads, and said she was going to give the rest to the animals, so it worked out great.
It's really breezy out today. Our
It's
windsock
wonderful.
is almost horizontal. It blew off once. I had to put it back.
Yeah, it's a wonderful day. The breeze is so nice. It's coming into the kitchen through the
Yeah.
doors and this window, and it is really nice in here. It's a little steamy because of all this boiling water, but the wind is nice.
The past 2 days were absolutely banner days. The humidity was low. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. But you gotta take an overcast day to appreciate the clear days.
It's kind of perfect because we're inside anyway. So if it
Yeah.
wants to rain, we don't care. We don't care today. It's okay. So we're stacking up all the corn ears that cool down on the table on top of a big fluffy towel to absorb the water. And then we're gonna cut the ears off. I mean, cut the kernels off the ear. One thing nice about that is it's a sit-down job.
Yeah. All this work will pay off this winter when we go to the freezer and get some corn,
Speaking of,
and it tastes so good.
so last year we did the corn on September the 7th. I broke my leg on
September the 8th.
except to the next day. So anyway, this is our very last one left from last year. So we just love it. But anyway, pretty memorable day. And so anyway, this is the last batch we have in the freezer. So Tim just took that pot lid out of the boiling water. And so when we started this, all the corn wants to float up, and so it's not cooking all the way. So we put a pot lid in there to hold all the corn down, and it's working great.
And that was her idea.
We had to do something.
Yeah.
So I'll get you a close-up shot of that here in a minute. It's pretty cool. I think it's when you make pickles in those big pickle barrels or whatever. They used to put a weight in there to hold the pickles into the brine. So this is half of the ears done, and we're all set up here. Got our bowls and our little gizmo. So we're gonna do that next.
Well, we're through boiling the corn,
Yay!
and now it's time to sample it to make sure that there's no poison in it.
So,
You want those little things?
oh yeah, we could get those.
Yeah, let me get the little junior corn cobs and the butter.
Oh, all right. Okay. Here's your little get up.
Okay. If you want these, I can put the butter in the
No,
microwave.
I buttered this one already. So
Oh, okay.
we might make it. Okay. So we did butter. How to do salt?
Mhm.
Can't see what's coming out.
I have It was hard for me to see too.
Okay. Put our little stabbers in there.
Mm-hmm. Or I didn't put them all the way.
Oh well, whatever
Because
works.
there'd be an accident, I'm sure.
Ooh, okay, look, mine's all
Oh, that's fine.
locked up.
Toast.
Okay, toast.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, it's perfect, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Wow. Job well done.
Likewise.
Mm. Next step, after we snack, is cutting all the kernels off the ears. We're gonna do this first though.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're working on getting the kernels of the corn off the cob. And last year, Christy ordered this device that takes the kernels off the cob in just a few strokes. And this is the first opportunity that we've had to try it. And it works really well, I'll show you. Then I turn the other side and milk it. Because you don't want to leave any of the juice on the cob. This is where you get a lot of your flavor. And there you have it. So Christy has one of these devices, and so do I. And it really makes the job easy. Not only that, it's kind of fun.
And it doesn't go too deep.
Nope, doesn't go too deep because it has a guard there. And then I just scrape the remaining kernels in the cream down into the bowl. And thank you, Christy, for ordering that.
Usually everything's such a gimmick, but this actually made our job way easier today.
This is the one I've been looking for.
The one what?
It's the last one.
Amen to that. So from here, we're gonna vacuum seal and hopefully be done. We started around, what time did we start today?
I'm not sure.
Let me think.
And then once in a while,
You have to
I don't know,
sample.
I gotta sample it. We're gonna vacuum seal it in packages of 2 cups. And that's about a serving. And we did try those 4 ears of corn earlier with some butter and salt. And oh yeah, they were good.
Mm-hmm.
The last one.
There we go. Ta-da.
this one did okay.
All right. Yeah.